At the end of the day, I know who I am.
Welcome. You are listening to
Rainbow Table.
3, 2, 1, we is live.
We live.
Give me love. Give me love. Let me give me a kiss. That's what cousins do. That.
Right.
Cousins do that. If you got family members at your house, give them a kiss right now.
Wait a minute. Not unless if you live in West Virginia, don't.
Oh, what's going on? They pandemic rates?
No. They just be marrying their first cousins. And
Oh, see, I was taking it to the pandemic. I was like, man, West Virginia, they hot. Everything's spread out. They should be social distance all the time. Oh yeah, they be in that.
Yeah.
They didn't have their cousins, man.
Hello, Rainbow Talk. Rainbow. Sorry, I'm on the.
Yeah, that's right. What you got in your cup? What's in your cup today? What's in your cup?
Stella watermelon.
Ooh, that sounds sexy. Stella, you gotta say it in your sexy voice. Say it, Stella watermelon.
This is Stella watermelon.
Go Stella. Go Stella. It's your
ladies and gents and theys and thems and his and hers and she's and we's. This is the Rainbow Table Talk. I am DJ Duchess, and
I am Kalila J.
And this is another episode. We are now going to be coming to you on the second and fourth Thursdays between the time of 8:15 and 8:30 if we can get our life correct. All right.
We on Black people time. we round the corner live. You still taking a shower?
We live, baby. So anyways, this episode is called Create Your Life. We are getting ready to segue into a virtual vision board party this weekend. KJ or Kalila J will be your life coach for the event. So make sure you check out our social media pages so you can find out all about the event and get your Eventbrite ticket and get your information. Go ahead and tell them about it, Kalila J.
The ticket is free. The ticket is free. You know, because when we blow up now and we hit y'all with them tickets, you had an opportunity. You mentioned January 16th to 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern. DJ Duchess and myself, DJ's gonna be on the ones and twos, right? This is not just a vision board party. This is going to be an experience, right? So I'm gonna handle the life coaching piece. I'm gonna teach y'all how to this whole thing about vision board parties or vision boards, how to connect with them, right? Everybody doing a vision board. So we're not just gonna be cutting pictures. We might be cutting up, but we're not gonna cut up pictures. And in between our time of building camaraderie and, you know, breaking down limiting beliefs and doing all some good work, Duchess will be on the ones and twos and providing us with some good music. So if you haven't already, tell a friend, get you a ticket. It's free. I'm telling you, it's life-changing. It's life-changing. You just got to be there. You just got to get your life change and change your life.
In 2021, we're going to plan out our purpose and make some things happen.
Yes.
So what we starting with? Producer?
What?
Y'all give it up for producer.
What? Give it up for producer. Give it up for producer. Give it up for producer.
Our warm up. We're gonna see what just starts back up. What made you smile this week?
Okay, so we have our warm up question. Producer said, "What made us smile this week?" So KJ, what made you smile this week, KJ?
What made me smile this week? I would just what is it, Thursday already? Damn. I would say on Tuesday I connected with Play Out NYC. So they do like apparel line for the queer community, and that made me smile just to be part of what they're doing. They're trying to have some constructive criticism, not constructive criticism, but some constructive conversations around like social unrest, things that's going on in the community. So just getting an opportunity to be part of that, chill with, Drew from Play Out was cool. So it put a little smile on my face, like, oh man, you helped somebody out this week. So I would say that's what I could think of off the top of my head that made me smile.
That made you smile.
Yes.
So me,
Yes, yes. Mm.
I accidentally sent a flirtatious message to the wrong chat room.
I knew I shouldn't have put my teeth in my mouth. I knew you're gonna come with some crazy shit. Some crazy stuff. What you doing what now? What
I
you
sent a
doing?
flirtatious message to the wrong group chat, and I tried to quickly delete the message, but they had all seen it by then, and so
Yeah.
they gave me a hard time, and that made me smile because I was laughing. I swear, if I was white, I'd have been like 10 shades of red. Like, it was hilarious.
What?
And so the lesson, the moral of the story is, make sure you check your chat before you reply
Ooh.
and text
Ooh.
people all sorts of foolishness.
Did you say like a peach emoji or like an egg?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad. It was. Thank God, it wasn't. Thank God. Get heard in the building. Say, "Oh, that's listen." Thank God, I was on rated G stuff, because when I hit NC-17 and rated R, it's a problem. So I'm very, very proud of myself that I was. It was very sweet and innocent, but it definitely was
Nasty stuff. I'm gonna text you this week. The rest of next week, make sure they ain't no provocative craziness to anybody.
Oh man. All right, so let's get into tonight's episode. I got some questions. I probably should have like actually had that up.
You got some questions.
I got some questions for you, since this is basically our first intro before the virtual vision board party.
Yeah.
You know, in planning our purpose, us at Rainbow Table Talk are, trying to be responsible with the calling that we have, and we want to give you guys better content. We're gonna give you some interviews this year. We want to, really reach out into the community and do some better things. So we actually, got Google Docs and stuff now. We're trying to get professional. So
you got a Virgo and Sagittarius working together. We make this work. We're beautiful team.
Making this work by any means necessary. So and the Taurus, the bull in the back.
Oh yeah, we got 2 earth signs and a fire sign. We keep it grounded out here.
Yeah. Producer was back there like So all right. KJ, how did you get started helping people with vision boards?
Yeah, how did I get started helping people with vision boards? I started making vision boards, what was it, like 2016 or 2017 for myself. So like I seen like, I was on this personal development kick, and I was like, I gotta get myself in order. And I seen like a video from like Steve Harvey. So about how he did vision boards and woke up early and how vision boards help him. So I was like, I'm gonna, try my hand at this whole vision board thing. So for me, I just took like a couple pictures. Like, so I had a picture of a airplane, a picture of me speaking to people, and just threw it on a board. And I knew that like I wanted to be a life coach and help people and do all that type of stuff like that. So, I'll talk a little bit more about that if it comes up here in the workshop. But I started to see those things happen in my life, and then started helping my niece out. So like, I was like, girl, you want to make a vision board? So started helping my niece out. Then, started helping friends out with vision boards. And then actually last year was my first time doing it for, for other people. Like I was invited to a women's empowerment program. And I just took everything that I was learning over those past couple of years and created what God, I thought, God gave me as a framework, and found the kind of like the secret sauce. So, like it's not about just putting pictures, but truly helping people connect with it in a different way. And so I did that last year. Given the pandemic, I was like, okay, well, we're not going to do it in person.
Yeah.
Maybe do it virtually, and then put it like kind of like a spin to it. And
listen, I'm looking forward to it being virtual, because I don't like posting all that stuff. Listen, I feel like my vision board that I made at the end of 2019
Yeah.
messed up my 2020. Like I
You
feel
like, damn it.
because what they say,
You had COVID on that
what's
board?
about write the vision and make it plain. So on my 2019 board, I didn't feel like cutting out any more pictures, so I just kind of stopped. And I probably drinking, so I just kind of stopped. So I feel like I wrote the vision but I didn't make it plain. So I feel like God was just like, well, ain't no order to this. So I'm gonna shake some stuff up in your world in 2020, all because I messed up on that vision board. So I don't know if there's some tarot cards mixed in with these vision boards. but it's some serious stuff. So if I do,
hold on.
I'm gonna make sure I finish it.
You said what now? If you do what now? So hold on. I can't hear you. You came up.
Hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Now I can hear you.
What's happening with my come on, network connection? What's happening?
No, we good. I'm good. I got my Ethernet hooked up today. Look, a little bit of a delay. I'm moving. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. Where we at? Yeah, Mo, it's you this time. It's you. It's not me. She'll be back, y'all.
All right.
Ooh,
my bad. I'm so sorry.
No.
So what had happened was I wasn't on my home internet. I was on my I was on the local Wi-Fi because I don't know why my computer just doesn't decide to use the one that I'm actually paying for and it connects to another one.
So you just feeling.
Yeah. So apparently I think it's because I told God that he messed up my 2020 and that's
you think that's it? You think that's it?
God was like, that wasn't my fault. You didn't finish your vision board. So moral of that story, finish your vision boards.
Finish it. You don't want to go shaking up into 2021.
Exactly. So I have a feel. Thank you, Lord. If you could let me stream. Thank you.
Not begging now. Not begging. But
all right. So that was cool. So you started about 5 years ago watching Steve Harvey, bald Steve Harvey, or like Mr. Hightower Steve Harvey?
It was bald Steve Harvey.
Okay, I like bald Steve Harvey. All right. So with the term "create your life," what does it mean to create your life?
Yeah, and just a plug for everybody else. No, we didn't miss the U and the R. That's how we talk sometimes. That's some Black colloquialisms. Yo, so we intentionally put "create your life," so there's no mistake there. Damn, I just put that there. You say what we wanted to do? Like explain what create your life.
Let's create your life. Yeah.
Yes, create your life. I think sometimes in life we could just take a passive role, right?
Okay.
A passive role in our life, and we sometimes can be a spectator and not an active participant. So this is all about like the vision board experience that we're going to be doing, and just what I urge to people on a daily is how can you get engaged into your life? How can you not just sit here and say, okay, God is going to do it for me, or my job is going to do it for me, or my partner or community? You know, how can you say, look, the only way that things are going to get done is if I enter into my own life and I decide that I'm a creator and I'm going to create the job if I want to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to create the opportunities that I want to have. I want to create children, whatever it is. You have something inside of you that needs to be birthed. So that's what it's all about. Helping people step into the driver's seat of their life so that they can Ooh, right? Tweetable.
Ooh, you better speak it.
That's what happens when you don't script it. That's what you want when you want to script this. When you don't script it, but helping people, yes, get into the driver's seat so they can create what they want to experience, right? And if you look at your life and you ain't liking it, 9 times out of 10, you was creating that.
Sorry, I'm listening. I'm trying to share this so that people can,
Yeah.
tune in and we can have some people so we can ask some answer and ask some questions.
And you know what? I'm gonna take a moment to do that too.
Producer, you supposed to remind us to share this now.
Right? We done got organized.
Yeah, listen, we got organized and not producer slacking. I don't know.
I mean, y'all are free too.
Ooh,
What you said?
she said y'all are free too. Look how people act when you ain't paying them.
Right.
Whoa, look.
Look how people act when they ain't on salary. All right.
You know that you working for free, right? Working for God, right?
Yeah, you doing the Lord. Ain't that how they use you at church?
Like, come on, sister.
You doing God's work.
You doing God.
Okay.
Offline mode, you're gonna have to show me how to do all that sharing and stuff like that. I ain't the technical.
Okay, baby. All right, I shared it.
But okay, so you flip that question to me. I'm curious, what does creating your life mean to you?
So I actually DJ'd at a women's empowerment conference the other day, and called forward by Danielle Brown, makeup artist for Makeup Craze Beauty. Shout outs to her. I feel like it was one of those moments in my life where I was somewhere doing a job and the environment, God used that opportunity to minister to me. So I'm thinking that I'm helping out this event and God used this whole opportunity to minister to me. So the event featured nothing but a panel of Black businesswomen. And they all spoke, and a lot of them talked about how in 2020 they may have lost their job, or they may have had these things happen, or they may have lost their job, but that gave them time to really delve into their own businesses. And now their businesses are thriving because they had this opportunity to really invest in themselves. So we talk about creating, when you make something, you take other pieces that are together and you put them together. But when you create something, you birth something out of nothing. So just really birthing that thing that, like you said, birthing that thing that's inside you, and is just like yearning to get out, and really just having a moment to be like, this in my life makes me happy. This is what I want to wake up and do and be every day. Whether that's, I want to wake up and be the best mom I can be. I want to wake up and be the best wife I can be, husband I can be. I want to wake up and be a mogul. I want to wake up and be an inspiration. I want to wake up and, look good, smell good. If that's your aspiration, I mean, if that's what you got going, I mean, so really, it's just creating that thing that makes you happy to be alive.
Yeah. I just love the way that you said that, like the whole waking up, and if this pandemic hasn't taught us, it has forced us to say, what do you want to create? Look how many people have been furloughed and lost their jobs.
Exactly.
Have been in a situation where they've had to move in with other family members. It forces you and it pushes you in that bubble to say, all right, there's divine gifts inside of you. There's talents inside of you.
Exactly.
It's time for us to get that cracking. So I'm glad that you got the opportunity, to go to that women's empowerment where it looks like a collective of like-minded individuals are like, hey, you can do this. You can.
And what I took from it the most was, like, one of the girls was saying, like, you can ask God, hey God, I want to make more time for my gifts. I want to make more time for my business. Yeah. And but when you ask God that question, and when you make that request of him, you got to be ready. Cause they were like, I'm not telling you to run out and quit your job, but if God means for you to be off that job, you'll get fired from that job. So if you hear God tell you, I'm telling you it's time to quit your job, but you like, no, God, I gotta hold on to this one. I got bills to pay. I got these things to do. Eventually, if God purposes for you to be off that job,
yeah,
you're gonna be off that job. So they were like, you can either quit the job or you can get fired from the job. And
Yeah.
and for me, a lot of that for me is because I have entrepreneurial dreams that I have,
yeah,
but I have a good job at a good place with great benefits.
yeah, yeah,
So for me, it's always like, nah, well you can go part-time, but you can't completely leave them, or you can do this, but you can't ever just step out.
yeah,
I think this was the first time that I was just like, if I'm ever granted the opportunity to go, then it won't just be, well, you're at a good job. Okay, well, you've created your own better job. Or it won't just be, you have good benefits. Okay, well, create your own position where you're creating good benefits and you're creating these things for you. Because for me, it's, I want the longevity. I want to be able to pass these things on to my children. And so if I got this fear of stepping out, then one, I'm teaching them to operate in fear. And two, I'll never realize my dream. I'll never realize that thing that you're not, that come Mondays, you're like, not like, dang, I want to lay in bed. But that thing that gets you up in the middle of the night, like I got an idea to make this better and to create this thing. And so I want that thing that gets me out of my bed at night because I'm so anxious to, or so eager to start the pursuit of it.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing, is just that you're mentioning like that desire, right? And when you have other people watching you, like you talk about like, oh man, I got my kids watching me, you're now modeling for them what it means to be a creator, right? You say like, man, mommy created like out of something that is in your head and in your heart, right? Like, you know, so, and it's that balance. Like, we're not encouraging anybody, you know, I still
don't quit your job and blame it on us, okay? Don't quit your job.
Rainbow Tabletop, DJ Duchess, this vision. We're not saying that. And I get that. And I sometimes get that up my butt too. Like I work full time, you know, like yourself is my dream job. Like I'm able to touch people's lives and do that. At the same time, I know there's more inside of me. I know that, you know, I want to create, I want to impact lives on a grander scale. I want to have more freedom, creative freedom to do things that I want to do. So, you know, you always have to find that balance. And that's where you have to listen closely to God and say, okay, God, what are you telling me? Is it time to go yet? You know, and if it is, show me some signs with that, you know?
Yeah.
And there's a process to that. Or like a lot of people, there's a lot of people that got furloughed that have been praying like, man, I hope this job find me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Find me. Because you're
keep extending these unemployment benefits.
Yeah, you're looking for permission. Sometimes you mentioned that you're kind of, you know, kind of running that line like, man, I want to jump, but I'm too scared. And sometimes when you get in that position where you get fired, it was like, you know what, you have no choice now. You've been asking for this. You were looking for the permission. I give you the permission. Now go out there and do what you do.
Now go out there and do it.
So I gotta, because I think you touched on this a little bit too, in a way. But what do you believe stops us from creating the life we want?
I think we all have different reasons why we get stopped. So definitely, I think if you were going to put it under an umbrella of subjects, it would be fear.
Yeah.
I know in my life, my parents were not necessarily the type who encouraged creative ventures. They were the ones who more encouraged stable ventures. They were the ones who kind of preached, you know, it really doesn't matter that if you love what you do, but as long as what you do takes care of you and provides you with a future, you know, that's what you do. And so when you have that mindset, like, because there could be two extremes of that. You can be at a job that you make a bunch of money and your like bored every day, or you could be that artist that is living on the streets, but every day you're playing at bars and you're playing it. So there could be these two different things. And for me, that always bred a need to have balance. It bred a need for me to say, okay, have this plan A, which might not be what you really want to do.
Yeah.
But have this backup plan, which is the one that you're working towards being the forefronter. So, but that doesn't always work. It doesn't always work that way. It doesn't always work to where you can say, I want my backup plan to be the full-time plan without giving up plan A. Like sometimes if you want to step to plan B, you're going to have to drop plan A. And so I think that's where the fear for me lies. Like, I know that I can do things and I can be great and I can step out, but there's fear there. There's the fear of failure. There's the fear of, for me, not being perfect at it, not being the best at it. As soon as I start, as soon as I jump in. And so, I so many of y'all know I do poetry. I literally
dope poet.
Thank you. So when I started going to like poetry spots, I had a book full of poems, and every time I went, I would be like, I'm gonna get up on stage. I'm gonna get up on stage. And I think I went for like maybe a year and a half and never got up on stage. Just listened and brought my book because I was so afraid to get up there and not say things perfectly.
Oh my God, well, I really didn't know that. Like, because I mean, like you are,
Right, don't gas me up.
I gotta gas you up. I tell you what, if y'all ain't catch that verbal essence, all right. Okay, go ahead.
I wonder if producer's watching, if she can see. Producers.
I need to get me a producer. Bring me some more tea, please. Bring me some more tea.
Just ask. She said she ain't.
What producer? Are you about to like quit on us or something? Like you creating your vision to like be on another 2021? What you doing?
Producer is spicy.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you. Yeah, trying to tell her.
Producer. Thanks, producer.
You're welcome.
Producer, I need some hot. This tea kind of getting lukewarm.
Thanks, producer.
You're welcome.
Hello.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello. This tea kind of getting warm.
It just said the tea get warm.
Ice cubes.
She said, get an ice cube, make iced tea.
Oh gosh. Yeah. So I love how what you're just kind of saying, like it stems from fear. And I was just actually reading something a little bit earlier when I was going through my own like reading material and stuff. And I went back to beliefs, right? And it talks about like when a belief, sometimes we can have a fear of achievement. So we put all these, like, you know what I'm saying, put all these pictures on our boards, or we like this time of the year, we have our New Year's resolution or things that we want to do. But they said that was one of the ones that was trickiest. Because we always think about, fear of procrastination or just bottom line fear. I don't know. I'm scared of getting rejected. I'm scared I ain't gonna have enough money or whatever the case may be. But sometimes some people are scared that if I make it, am I gonna be there by myself? Am I gonna be isolated? Can I handle the success that's gonna be given to me? Can I handle the opportunities? So sometimes we could be frightened by a glimpse of the success that we can have and the achievements that we can have. So fear creeps up in a different way, but I would say that's probably the fear and the mental beliefs, the limiting beliefs, the self-talk.
Yeah.
The doubting, like, you think you could really, like, I'm pretty sure you probably faced that. Like you held that stuff in your book for, a year and a half.
A long time. Because I love Anthony Hurd. Thank you, Mr. Hurd. It's not like not knowing I'm not talented in certain things. For me, it's more, I want things to be perfect.
Yeah.
But literally perfection is not it. And what's crazy is I want things to be perfect. However, I firmly believe some of the best things that were ever created were purely accidents. Like I feel like what was it, George Washington Carver? The Peanut Man, George Washington Carver. I feel like he was trying to get electricity from peanuts, and like something blew up, and he like licked his finger and was like, "What's this butter on my fingers?" And he was like, "Ooh, this is peanut butter." And I feel like
that's how it happened.
It was like that's how it happened. And I feel like some of the best things that have ever been created might have been accidents.
Yeah, that's the invention.
This search for perfection that I have, I can't be afraid to mess up, because if I mess up, then something beautiful might come out of it, you know.
Yeah. I know for myself, sometimes I always have to check myself is around like confidence, or sometimes that doubt will come in, like, you know, like maybe you need to learn a little bit more, or, you know, compare myself to other coaches or anything like that. And it's like, no, if you're going to create the life that you want, you're going to have to just kind of go through fear. You're going to have to shut that voice up and say, no, like there's a gift inside of you. There's a gift inside of me. And I have to walk through that fire. Like and that's why it's so important. Like when we talk about purpose, anchoring yourself to purpose and anchoring yourself to something that's beyond you, because sometimes you can have all the inspiration, be juiced up and motivated.
Yeah.
But you got, like when you're able to say, man, I got to look at my kids or the community or things that you feel a deep desire for, that stuff can kind of actually pull you through to say, like, man, you know, this life that I want to create is worthy. So I have no choice but to continue and move forward.
Exactly. And you know, it's crazy because right before we got on the chat, I was reading the kids a book, and the book was called Quiet Bunny. The book was called Quiet Bunny, right?
Quiet Bunny.
So the whole book, the bunny likes to listen to the sounds that are made in the forest. So you know, he hears the crickets rubbing their legs together, making a little chirp sound. The bullfrog with the big croak, the wolf with the hoo, and the owl. The owl in the air. And so the whole time the bunny starts going to these different animals, and it's like the snake makes a sound. So the bunny's trying to like get all straight and see if he can sound like a snake. Can't sound like a snake. He's a quiet bunny. He's trying to do what the cricket does. So he's in the forest rubbing his feet together. If he can make his feet make the cheep 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 sound. And the owl comes down and was like, who do you think you are, basically? Like, so the owl was like, listen, I see you down here trying to rub your feet together, but that's not you. That's not your lane. That's not your calling. And when your sound comes to you, you will know it. So the bunny's just walking through the forest one day, like, man, I ain't got no sound. I got nothing. The bunny hopped on a log, and all of a sudden the log said thump thump.
Ooh.
The bunny was like, thump, thump. That sounded good. Thump thump. So the bunny is now tapping on the log, and all the other animals come out, and they're like, we like that beat he's making. So they all start making noises in coinciding with the thumps that he's making on the log. He's created a whole orchestra because he finally allowed himself to find his sound. And so you imagine the beautiful things that can come out of you when you stop trying to focus on what he's doing, what she's doing, what they are doing, and focus on the sound that purely comes from you. So if you got to be the quiet bunny for a little bit and find your niche.
Pastor Duchess, Pastor, stop it, Pastor. Pastor.
You got to find your niche, then that's what you got to do.
Oh my God. That story, please send me that book. Please, when we get a chance, to drop that in the chat, because
Quiet Bunny.
Adults need to know that.
Listen, these books go hard. Like there's a Dr. Seuss book that goes hard. I love these kids books because the stuff that they teach, and I'm always trying to ask the kids afterwards, like, what did you learn? They don't ever get half as deep as what I got out the story. I'm just like, this changed my life. And Deacon was like, I can hop on logs.
Thump.
Thump, thump.
This dude gonna be thumping. No, but I mean, like, even to take a story like that, right? And we go through the world. That's why it's so important that, you know, if you have children or you're caring for someone, that you remind them who they are, right? Because we go into the world, we start trying to look around and try to see, can I be this person? Can I sound like this person? Can I do this person? But not until you find your own unique gift, your own unique sound, your own rhythm.
Yeah.
That's when you're able to kind of, all right, let me be part of the orchestra. Because sometimes you don't need duplicate instruments. Sometimes you just need a one of each.
You just need one of each.
Blend of the sound, right? And
exactly. I feel you on that.
Ooh.
All right, so let me get to the next question. Let me see. Okay. Why do you think having purpose is so important?
I love purpose. I just love it. If I could change my name to Kalila Purpose, I would.
It'll cost you some money, but you can.
I know, right? I think having purpose is so important is because it gives you the explanation of why you're here on earth.
Okay.
It tells you the reason for your existence. It helps you anchor yourself to something. It helps you, you talked about this a little bit earlier, but it helps you kind of get out of the bed. And I think, like, given right now, especially with everything that's going on, there's a lot of people that find themselves, I don't know if I want to get out of the bed. I don't have a why. I don't know why. I don't have a why to get out of the bed, even though I know my kids is hungry, or I got to show up at work, or I got to do something. I don't have my why. So I think, you know, definitely, like, God didn't put us on earth for no reason. There is a purpose, right? And everybody's purpose is different. Like, sometimes, you know, there's no, this person have a bigger purpose than me, or I have a smaller purpose. But I really believe that having purpose allows you to know your why, your existence here on earth. It allows you to tap into those gifts.
Yeah.
Like your own, like, whether if you're a creator, you know, creative, you know, a writer, or a person, a janitor, sweeping the streets, you know, the Bible talks about street sweep, like whatever that is for you. What producer said?
Producer said that's an MLK quote.
MLK, my bad, street sweeper. But he got it from God, though. He probably got it in the Bible.
He got it from God. He said, just go.
Shout out MLK.
You just go stick. It's Martin Luther. It's the man's birthday on Monday. You just go take it from him.
God gave him that. God gave him that.
God gave him that.
Yeah. So to make it in short, purpose tells you the reason for your existence. So that's why it's important. When people run around and don't know that, that's when we get into a whole lot of issues and a whole lot of challenges, and we try to camouflage being someone else. Mm-hmm. And we live a life that's unfulfilled.
Yeah.
We turn to drugs, we turn to, you know, sexual promiscuity, we turn to you know, just all type of behaviors because we don't feel like we have something inside of us. So for me, it's and that's what I teach people. You know, it's going to help you get through the hard times.
I tell my patients, like, you know, people will share with me their I had a heart attack, or I had a heart attack to my the widowmaker artery, and I should be dead, and but I'm still here, mm-hmm. and I got grandkids, and I got this, and I always tell them, well, I always believe that if you are still here, that means you still have purpose. I think that once we are allowed to leave this earth, that means that we've either served our purpose, or some purpose can come out of us not being here, in a sense. So I think as long as you are walking and talking and moving and breathing, that you have a purpose, and it is your job. It is your duty to figure out what that is. Is it to help people? Is it to, you know, what is your purpose? What is your calling while you are on this earth? and it extends past your occupation. It
Yeah.
extends past what you do. Producer. I often call producer my friendapist.
You better coin that term. Put it on a t-shirt.
Producer, you can hear with producer phone ring that somebody is going to come with some unsolicited, like, I need help in my life.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for her often because it's a calling, but that calling comes with some heaviness because it means that a lot of times you have to put aside what you are feeling and what you are going through, because when you have that that natural ear for listening to people, sometimes they forget that you might be going through things too. So a lot of times they end up just dumping on you what they got going on. And so but that's her calling.
Yeah. And that's the purpose.
Oh, producer.
The producer said what?
Producer said, "Man, leave it alone, man." I be trying to tell her, I said, that's your calling. I mean, I'm sorry, that is your cross to bear.
That's your thing to be a counselor, to be a listening ear. Because you know what I'm saying? You got people that, hey, I can't deal with life no more. There's all type of different things, but for you to just have that heart and to hold that emotional and mental capacity for another being that feel at that moment that they're not able to do that, that's truly a gift, right? So as I say, it just stems, purpose is your why.
Aunt said, if it's easy, it ain't meant for you. That's the road less traveled.
Mm-hmm. Right? If it ain't, I tell people all the time, if change is easy, guess what? Everybody would do it. That's why a lot of people, they can't adhere to change, right? Purpose is one piece, but you got to have some discipline behind that too.
Yeah. And that's what we're trying to do this year with Rainbow Table Talk, have a little discipline and purpose. We having monthly meetings, y'all. We being good. So proud. Look at us growing up.
We sat down and we knew we had and it's purpose in this. Purpose in this.
So Kalila, if you could create the life of your dreams, what would that life look like?
I would say what I'm doing now, like helping people, like with purpose and helping people like remember who they are and reach the best, like their potential, but on a broader, like on a larger scale.
Okay.
Like on a larger scale. So like for me, what I see is like you talking 1,000, you helping a lot of people. God have you alive, not me, but God is going out there, talking to a lot of people, healing a lot of people. So that's what I see like as a dream of my future, and that helps me push past the negative talk, the doubt, sometimes that I may experience. Like, man, you're gonna help someone's child that you'll never meet, and I always kind of live by that. Like when I teach and stuff like that, there's people that I'm never gonna be able to physically meet or talk to, but just helping the person in front of me, or if they heard me speak or anything like that, has hopefully provides some consolation. So that's what my dreams look like. Just being there for my family. For my family. I'm a big community person, so being able to get to the space of just touching lives in that way, of being a humanitarian, and just living a life of fun. Laugh a little bit.
I feel you.
Do something. Give me a wife. Yeah, put that in there. A wife.
We'll talk about this every episode until the Lord is like, here, I'm tired.
Yeah, man. Come on, bring on.
I think for me, my thing has always been I want to entertain people.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's in any way, shape, or form. I want to do. My goal this year is to actually write a comedy sketch. Like I want to do a comedy set. I want to actively do that. So I've even in that been trying to devote more time to doing TikToks and trying to do little steps into honing that. I'm a researcher, which I guess doesn't make everything funny, but I will be on YouTube like, how do you write a comedy sketch? Like let me see the process. Let me see the people who have done these things, because that's something that I want to do. But I also want to still create music. I want to do poetry. I want to DJ and entertain people. So I think at the core of it, I want to own an event center. So I think at the core of it for me is I want to create spaces and places for people to meet and to gather and forget about all the stuff that they got going on for even just an hour or two. Forget about all of life's misery and all of the things they have going on, and just really tap into what they enjoy for just an hour or two, just being an outlet for people to, even through this. I shared on, I think, our page the other day, we got a message from somebody who watched on YouTube and was like, you guys blessed my life, and I was in tears watching your episode. And for me, that is so amazing. Those are the moments where I'm touched the most. Yes, I want to do another Verbal Essence breakout, and I do. Those are the moments where I'm touched the most. Like, even having done shows and having teenage girls come up to me and be like, you rap and that's cool and it's positive, and it doesn't have to be anything that brings anybody down. Because I mean, I can drag these hoes if I want to, but but I'd rather build people up. So
building the people up. I like how y'all see how she switched it up though. You see how you get.
I can drag these hoes if I want to, but I'd rather build people up. So for me, just being in that space where to inspire somebody, to bring somebody together, just to help them forget about all the negativity that the world has.
Yeah, I think that's just that's so beautiful. Like, because to create a space where they could kind of create, and just like forget a word about the world's problems and just be in that space, and you're able to teach them different things, and like you're able to create in so many capacities. Like,
yeah,
she could sing, spoken word, make babies, make me some babies.
I don't know. Is making babies a talent? I don't think that's considered a talent, because some of these people are just out here doing it.
I tell you what, if I could, you better be lucky. You better be lucky.
Anyways, we'll producer. All right, so here, our last question in the night, which good is our wrap up question.
Yeah.
What would you tell your younger self about the life you've created today?
I would say those thoughts, those dreams that you're having, although you may not see people doing it at that moment, just trust. It's gonna be something. It's gonna amount to something. So like, just trust yourself. Just go with it. Don't be scared. And I know it's hard because sometimes we have to work through and get through our own stuff. But I would just tell them, like, have faith. All those little out the world dreams that you're having, like, you're on to something. Like, you're on to something, and you are okay. Just it's all gonna come together. It's all gonna come together as a beautiful vision and a beautiful dream. So that's why I would tell, like, my teenage or my younger 33 now, but my younger 20-something-year-old self, like, go with your heart. Sometimes, like, I was that bunny that was like, maybe I should do this in corporate, or maybe I should go to school for this, or maybe I should want this particular job. Like, I didn't want to be like no insurance underwriter. I wanted to be a motivational speaker, but I didn't think like the capacity, like you didn't see it, but you see it up here.
Exactly.
It has brought me so much joy to help people in this life versus like thinking you have to be in a corporate ladder in a particular way or whatever. So that's the thing I would just kind of tell my younger self.
I would tell younger me,
Younger me.
value yourself.
Mm.
I have this thing where I tell myself a overconfidence makes up for a lack of confidence.
Mm.
I tell myself that because
you can get that on a shirt.
because sometimes I portray a level of confidence that I don't actually have, because when you portray it, like I fake it till I make it.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to act like I'm this confident until my actual confidence level comes up to where I'm at. So I think if I could just tell myself like you are actually dope, like believe that, know that, don't wait for people's validation from it. Don't wait for people to tell you that you are dope. Like you are God's creation and you have a calling and you have a purpose. So just do those things. And I think that I would tell myself to do things even when you don't see the way to do it. Like even when it looks like doors have shut and there's no way that you're going to be able to make it happen. Just still step out on faith, still make it happen. Aunt said, I would tell younger me to stop trying to make other people happy as a form of validation.
Yeah. And I think a lot of us go through that. What would producer, what would you tell your younger self?
Producer said she would tell younger her to keep her legs closed.
Oh. I think I'll tell myself that too. Keep them jaws up, honey.
I'll
tell you what, this is the blessing. This is the blessing about being a lesbian, because man, if I was a man, or if I was able to produce kids, you know how many kids I have? I will be waiting on that stimulus check.
Listen. Your whole stimulus will be going to child support. What's wrong with you?
600, man. I'll be having 10 kids out here.
What's wrong with you?
God knew that. Dude, let's make this one a lesbian. She don't have all these kids around the nation. That's the other part of the dream. All right. That's uncut. That's RT Rainbow Table Talk After Dark.
Rainbow Table Talk After Dark. Which that might be next month. So before we get out of here, because it's 9:25, next episode, in 2 weeks from now, we will be having a special guest. We'll be having a therapist, Alexis Thomas, on the show, and we're gonna get it in, chop it up, and continue our whole theme of creating your life and planning your purpose. So this is what this month is about: new beginnings and new things, and creating the life that we want to see and making it actually happen. And then next month we'll get into some Rainbow Table Talk After Dark for the love month next month.
Yes. Ooh, for the love month. Yes. So we got to do that. And that's just, like Clubhouse. Maybe we got to make our way one of these days to this whole Clubhouse thing.
But
I'll say that to you.
Somebody gonna have to explain to me. Listen,
but I don't know all this whole thing. So we got.
Whoa. Wait.
Producers on Clubhouse.
You have to have an iPhone to be on Clubhouse? What kind of elitist?
Oh man.
I mean, I've been wanting to go back to iPhones, but I can't see myself paying $1,300 and $1,400 for a phone. I am sorry. I need a new laptop. I can't be spending all that money on a phone. We
gotta work that. But yeah, you gotta do figure out the whole Clubhouse thing, because it seems like that's not hot. And I gotta figure out TikTok and all that type of stuff.
Producer said make sure we end in prayer because we didn't start in prayer. So she said,
"Ooh, God, man! All right. Before we do that, end out in prayer. So, folks that was on here, everyone, please get your tickets. We're talking about a little bit of vision and purpose. Create your life. Vision board workshop. Come. You can have people at your house. I'm doing it both ways, right? You can have a physical board, or if you gonna have Canva, if you want to
do that, and I'm gonna have you can get your drinks together. I'm gonna play some tunes.
Right.
Go to our pages, check Eventbrite, create your life,
Yes.
Your tickets for the virtual vision board party is going to be powerful and dynamic, and I can't wait to see what you present to us, KJ. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm so excited and to do it with you because I love you.
I love you too. Hugs.
All right, so let's go ahead and end out in prayer. We could do a half and half prayer. So
Okay.
I'm like, God, swing it over to her. All right, so God, we just come to you. We just thank you for the opportunity to fellowship with everyone that is watching here. They're not only watching, it says when one or two is together, you are there. So, God, we just want to help individuals create the vision that you've already put inside their heart and inside their belly. They're pregnant with a vision. They have purpose to come have this experience with us to kind of flesh out what you have put on their heart. And I'm going to swing it all over to Duchess.
All right, dear God, we just want to thank you for any nuggets, any jewels that you have presented this evening, Father God, that you would allow us to take them and run with it and just do our best to walk in our purpose, the purpose that you have given us, and to be great in all aspects of our life, and just to, pass it on to other people. And so, God, I thank you for this platform. I thank you for producer. I thank you for Kalila. I thank you for what we're doing here, Father God. I pray that you would grow this thing as only you see fit. And we give you all the glory, honor, and praise. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, people, till next time.
Till next time. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Friend to a friend.
Hey, if y'all got questions, email us, like, subscribe, share.
Yes.
Rainbow Table Talk 20. Follow us on Instagram, Rainbow Table Talk. Follow us on Facebook, Rainbow Table Talk. Follow us on YouTube, Rainbow Table Talk. All those things, Rainbow Table Talk. Make it up now. We appreciate you. All right. Peace.
All right, peace. Doo-doo.